What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again, live for another Tops in the Morning show. Apologies from yesterday's stream. Obviously, a few technical difficulties, sorry, but we're back. We are back, people. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like all the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, it is pinned in the comments as well. 99p, all that good stuff. But yeah, we're going to get into it today. Talking about Man United's obviously deal with Sesko. Apparently, he's having a medical today. A big piece of news from Sam Macabell about Arsenal in terms of their rest of their transfer dealings in terms of going inwards and outwards, and also as well on about potentially Man United getting Baleba in. Still obviously all quiet on the EZE news. He's not going to be turning up for training or playing the preseason kind of friendly at the weekend as well. So we'll get into that as well, people. We'll big up Mayhem in the building, says hi. Hopefully you are well. Good to see you in there, bro. But yeah, let's get into the news, man. The Man United news, they've been active the last week or so, man. They're really kicking things into gear. So yeah, Man United agreed a £74 million deal for RB Leipzig striker Sesko. So this is going to be their fifth record signing, man, which again is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. They're spending the cash, man. I've seen that in their top 10. In their top 10 is Cunha, Mbeumo, and obviously now Sesko in their top 10 all-time record signings. So yeah, they are splashing the cash in those kind of attacking areas, which is obviously was needed considering they only scored 44 goals last season. Man United have agreed a deal worth £73.7 million, 85 million euros with RB Leipzig to sign Benjamin Sesko. So obviously at the start of the window, it was quoted that they wanted about 90 million euros, which is kind of mad considering his price tag last summer was, I think it was 50 million. I want to say it was 50 million euros, you know. I'm sure it was like 40 million pounds, 42 million pounds or something like that. Last summer, he signed 1 year. You could arguably say he's had a worse year in terms of goal scoring wise compared to the season before. And they've kind of doubled their money, which is crazy. But yeah, the market dictates, I guess, who pays for what, how much money goes where. So yeah, kind of not really a surprise, really, when you've got obviously wingers like Madueke going for 50 plus, Elanga going for 50 plus, then obviously the striker situation is going to be a bit more in it. So yeah, so the agreement includes a guaranteed payment of 66.3 million pounds, 76.3 million euros, with the remainder in add-ons. So 66 million fixed guarantee fee, and the rest is in add-ons. Sesko will complete the formalities, including undergoing a medical on Friday, which is obviously today, before finalizing his move to Old Trafford. The 22-year-old, who was also wanted by Newcastle, that seems to be the theme this transfer window. Newcastle, I'm telling you, man, pound for pound, they've had the worst transfer window I think I've ever seen in my life in terms of their star player wanting to leave, them not getting a host of targets. Like I said, I did a show on it that basically they've nearly got a full 11 of targets that they didn't get this summer alone. Like, that's crazy. I think they're only missing 2 fullbacks. And yeah, they've not gone for a keeper, 2 centre backs, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. 3 or 4 attackers. Yeah, it's madness, man. These payments have been arranged in a favourable way to allow Man United to keep spending while the entirety of Marcus Rashford's wage salary is being covered by his loan move to Barcelona. So yeah, there was obviously conflicting reports whether Marcus Rashford is on less money, or if in fact Barcelona are covering the whole piece of money. I don't even know. But yeah, but that is being covered at the minute. Obviously, they've already signed Cunha and then Mbeumo for a combined 330 mil as well. Pick up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Big up Mitchell, man. What are you telling me, my bro? Big up yourself. So let's go. Obviously, gassed about the Sesko deal, of course. Makes absolute sense, man. Again, you're gonna have a new strike force, probably, well, not even probably, you will have a new strike force ready for Arsenal. The first game of the season. So you'll have to let me know how you're feeling about that. But yeah, man. Good news for you guys for sure. Mitchell. That's crazy. EZE is always, big up Luis Garcia says EZE is always and still Liverpool's main target. Liverpool are preparing a new bid to submit to Newcastle to try and sign the striker, who's already agreed personal terms with the Reds. Obviously, again, Liverpool are literally just waiting to see if they can get a new kind of replacement striker in. And again, this kind of Sesko news is pushing it back a bit. I think they were hoping that they were going to get Sesko as well. I didn't get a notification for your 2 p.m. stream yesterday. Oh, no worries, bro. No worries. I mean, it crashed anyway, man. StreamYard was, I think that's probably why StreamYard was bugging as well. Wasn't giving notifications for like streams And yeah, obviously my camera went off as well halfway through the stream. So yeah, it's kind of a mess, my bro. But big up yourself anyway, my guy. Don't rate this guy, but he's much better than Højlund. Yeah, I think that's kind of this the kind of feeling between Man United fans. I think a lot of them did want Watkins if you had to pick between the two. But yeah, he's definitely better than Højlund, man. He is definitely better than Højlund. Whether he's going to be prolific or not, I don't know. That's kind of the issue I feel like you will have. However, I think the fact that you brought in 3 attackers at one time, it kind of it leaves pressure on all 3 of them. Because again, when you're expecting maybe Mbeumo to kind of step up, you can have someone like Sesko score the goal in a game, or vice versa. If Sesko's looking like he needs to score a goal, Cunha might score instead. So, like, again, it kind of relieves pressure. The problem, obviously, you're always going to have, especially in the kind of first phase of rebuilding, is, again, if you get a few injuries, you're kind of back to playing the guys you don't really rate. But if you can sell the likes of Rasmus Højlund, which, again, has been linked with a move away, that would be obviously ideal as well. Big up Andrew, man, says Liverpool are playing Football Manager with a laughing emoji. Yeah, it seems like it. You know what it is, Andrew? I feel like, again, because they're getting... Because in reality, they're just replacing players that are not going to be playing for them anymore. But I think the difference is they're spending, obviously, X amount on these players more than, obviously, the players they're selling. But again, in terms of net spend, they can obviously afford to do it. But yeah, they're just replacing like Diaz with an Ikatike. Obviously, Isak's going to replace Nunez. So there's just one in, one out, really. But yeah, the quality of player is crazy. Is crazy, man. Big up Tops, he says, now that the game against United is going to feed for days, yeah, for sure. Listen, either way, bro, Drew, whether Arsenal win or Man United win, because again, it's going to be Gyökeres versus Sesko now. That's going to be the thing. And the thing is as well, obviously both sets of fans wanted each other's kind of forward player. Obviously, Arsenal fans, a lot of them wanted Sesko. But the majority of Man United fans wanted Gyökeres, obviously link up back with Ruben Amorim. So yeah, it's going to be one of those ones where who's going to have the better kind of deal? It's going to be a face-off, man. So we shall see, man. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting, man. Big up Darren, man. Big up Tarts, man. Big up yourself, brother. Hopefully you are well. Good to see you in the building, my guy. Maybe Man United can help us get EZE and sell Højlund to Newcastle. Yeah, I mean, bro, if Newcastle get Højlund as a backup, bro. I thought Jackson was bad, but yeah, that would be crazy. But the thing is, as well, it's looking like even Jackson now, he might be on his way to Bayern Munich randomly. That's so random. Like, I think they even need him, really. But again, it's just one of those ones, bro. Like, these players just always become available when Chelsea want to sell them, man. So yeah, that's going to be very, very interesting as well. Big up Darren says, Tops, your title is BS. Rodrygo links are not real. According to Sammy Macabell, it says the interest is real, so we'll get into that later on. But yeah, my big up Mitchell says sometimes that's not a good thing, Tops. Yeah, maybe it's not, to be fair. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. But we'll have to wait and see how it turns out for sure. Big up Jacqueline says, no, Eze, we are done. Yeah, it's looking highly unlikely according to Sam Macabell. I'll get into the quotes later on. Apparently he's saying that as of right now, if you were to ask him if we were going to sign him, the answer is going to be no. So yeah, listen closely. If you lose to United, then LOL, you know the rest. Yeah, listen, bro, we should be beating Man United, man. I can't lie. Like, again, they've got new players, but bro, the position that we've been in the last couple of years compared to what they've been in, we should be going there as title challengers, quote unquote, and going there and making sure we get a decisive victory. Do you know what I'm saying? When Arsenal were in the mud, not even when we were 15th, when we were like 8th and 8th, we used to play Manchester City, Liverpool all the time at the Emirates to get battered. So yeah, I'm not saying we have to batter them, but we should be beating them. Do you know what I mean? So again, football's a weird thing, man. We normally do struggle there, regardless of where they finish in the league. We didn't even beat them there last season, and they were terrible. It was a 1-1 draw, and we should have lost the game, really, with the chances that Man United had. So yeah, I don't know, man. We're not playing well in pre-season, so we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Obviously, it's a week to go, so not long left. Eze was never a thing, says Darren. A problem for Arsenal is why we don't play a style that is good for a striker. I am worried. Yeah, man. I mean, again, it's one of those ones where if Arteta doesn't quickly adapt to the style of Victor Gyökeres, and he's not got a lot of time, like I said, and this is the combination of not winning trophies. I feel like there's less of a what's the word? Not expectation. There's less of a tolerance. That's probably a good word. Less of a tolerance with the fan base in terms of waiting for you to do something else. Do you know what I mean? We want things that are ready made now. Like it's like when you've been eating microwave meals for all this time, and now you're ready for the person to be able to cook now. And that's literally the kind of definition I describe it as. Like you've been here 5-6 years. We want the full course meal. We want the 3-course meal. We want the buffet, bro. Like we're sick of eating ready meals. We're sick of eating ranch burgers, bro. Like we want a ready-made thing. So yeah, I think because of that, people, we're not going to be willing to wait for him to adapt to the style of Gyökeres. You got to make sure you get that pattern up first the game of the season, bro. I want to be seeing him on the end of things, scoring goals, us being direct. If that's not the case, then yeah, it's going to be long. RIP praying on the miracle jokes 2024, 2025. Darren says, why are we clutching at straws with a question mark? Mitchell says, facts. We can't sell players, not looking good. It's looking long, bro. It's looking very, very long. At the minute, man. It's looking like it's just stalled at its moment in time. Since we've obviously come off the tour, we've not really seen any kind of, especially this week, there's been no real kind of news about Arsenal, really. Incomings or outgoings, really, if I'm being honest, man. People are just kind of speculating what's going on. Like, what's happened with the Reece Nelson kind of news? It's gone very quiet. I've seen apparently Fulham are bidding for all the kind of wingers now, linked with Raheem Sterling, linked with a winger from Shakhtar Donetsk called Kevin. They had a bid rejected for him. So is that deal dead in the water? Are we going to try and offer him to Crystal Palace? I don't know, man. It just seems like it's all gone a bit quiet for sure. In my opinion, if Arsenal do get Rodrygo, it won't be alone. I can't really see it being alone as well, bro, if I'm being honest, man. It's very, very far-fetched. I mean, stranger things have happened, but yeah, at this moment in time, I can't see why Real Madrid would be willing to accept that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, the only way I can see it happening is if Rodrygo's begging to go and there's not a lot of teams left, or there's no team that are willing to pay for him. So Real Madrid need the guarantee he's going to be out the door. So they just kind of accept it on the last day of the transfer window, like deadline day, where it's like we got to get rid of you. There's no one left. We'll accept a loan with an obligation, but you have to pay 80 million. But I can't think of a deal where the obligation has been so high and it's been a loan to start off with. Like, I can't think of, I'm trying to think of any deal, like, especially recently with any player, like not even from Real Madrid. And I just can't, this would be an unheard of deal. Like, obligation for 80 mil. Like, that's crazy. I think the maximum, I'm trying to think of a deal, maybe like it's been like 30, 40, something like that, where it's been like because I know Italian clubs like to do the kind of 2-year deal with an obligation at the end kind of thing. And I think they did something with like Locatelli, something similar. So yeah. Well, yeah, I can't really see it, to be fair. But we'll see, man. Big old Darren, man. He says, bro, we are acting like we are new to Arsenal's transfer tactics. We know how these efforts operate. Links to the player all summer. Then they lock it off the whole window when 2 or 3 players needed to. Listen, you are bang on, bro. I can't even lie, man. You are spot on. This is what they do. This is why everyone's losing their head with the Madueke deal, because we all knew what was going to happen, innit? We all knew we were going to get Madueke in. It was going to be talks that were still in for more players. And then 2 or 3 weeks before the window closes, it's going to be, we need to sell, which we've already had that briefing as well, that we need to sell players. And then it's going to be, we're not looking to buy anyone else. And Madueke is going to be the new left winger. So we all knew this is why we were all losing our head. It wasn't the fact that we were just buying him for that amount of money. It was just the fact that we knew it was going to stop us from getting anyone else of a decent nature, man. I said 1 minute silence for praying on the miracle jokes and the meme. I'm tired of this bullshit, man. Says Darren, Jackson won't be a starter at Bayern Munich. Yeah, obviously they've got Harry Kane. So I guess if you need a backup, then I assume, but I don't know, man. That's a bit strange. It is a bit strange. But back onto the article, it just kind of just signifies that, yeah, United also received £5 million from Chelsea after the Blues pulled out of a deal to sign Jadon Sancho. And United want to further £50 million for Alejandro Garnacho, who is attracted interest from Chelsea. If Chelsea pay 50 mil, bro, they're basically just paid for another kind of Madueke kind of prototype, innit? They've spent 50 mil, sold him for 50 mil, and bought Garnacho for 50 mil, which is crazy. Their main striker from last season, Rasmus Højlund, has been made available for sale for £40 million. If you get 40 mil for him after just scoring 14 Premier League goals in 2 seasons, bro, that's 7 goals a season. And he cost £72 million. That's mental. Sesko's decision to move to Old Trafford is a further blow to Newcastle, who missed out on Hugo Ekitike and are facing their main striker, EZE, potentially joining him at Anfield. This is Sesko. This is Sesko's European top record, age 23 and under. Obviously, he scored the most goals ahead of Jude Bellingham, Farin Wirtz, Musiala, Bacola, Højlund, and this brother here. But it's kind of a misleading kind of quote, because none of these guys, apart from Højlund, are strikers, and Højlund's awful. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's not really a good metric. These are all kind of attacking midfielders, man. Put him with strikers and just comparing to them. So I don't know, man. This is what I'm saying about stats. You can definitely strew them to suit your kind of narrative, how you want to do it, innit? And why is it just under 23? Why is it not plays from the Bundesliga? Why is it not strikers from the Bundesliga? Why, you know what I'm saying? Why is it not players that have been linked with a move to the Premier League? Like, again, you can always put it in a certain way where it kind of suits it in a positive light. Since moving to Germany, Sesko is the top scorer currently under 23 in all competitions of players based in Europeans 5 leagues, with 39 games in 87 39 goals in 87 games. He's one ahead of Real Madrid's Jude Bellingham and 5 clear of Florian Wirtz, who joined Liverpool from Bayern Munich as well. But yeah. One sec. Oh, yeah, sorry people. Yeah, back again, get back again. Say that Carlos Mitchell. Big up Dre says if we're not to bring in an attacking midfielder, it should have been one of them possible loan. Heads are going to roll early because nobody's going to tolerate our circumstances for this upcoming season. Win or bust. Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's no kind of situation where people are going to be happy with obviously Arsenal not having a quick, fast start. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a situation where we're looking at it thinking, raw. We need to make sure that we're active and ready and top of the table. We need to be near the table. No one cares about whether we're, you know what I mean, have hard fixture. We're past that point now in this operation project or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, man, I completely agree. Obviously, I'm just going to get onto the Arsenal news now. And yeah, Sam McAbell didn't really have too many kind of good things to say. I don't know whether he kind of knows that obviously Arsenal at the minute are not going to be, obviously, Arsenal fans are not going to be happy with the current situation, considering there's a lot of pressure. And not even pressure, but there's a lot of expectation that Arsenal should be obviously challenging for the league and also the Champions League. So yeah, he's kind of just laying the no down. But again, this club doesn't really operate in a way where you're kind of confident that they know what they're kind of doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because obviously here, if Arsenal cannot offload Samuel Lokonga permanently, he'll be available for loan. Bro, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not being funny, yeah. Like, Samuel Lokonga has been on loan for the last, I want to say 3 seasons, but it could be 2, regardless of whether it's loan or not. Loans do not work, obviously, with this player because, again, we've loaned him with an option to buy in both scenarios, and no team has picked up the option to buy at the end of the loan. So we have to sell him. Like, it's not rocket science. We have to sell this guy. Like, whether you can get 5 mil, 3 mil, whatever, you're just going to get him off the books, man. Like, I'm pretty sure as well his contract's going to be ended at the end of the season. So if we do loan him out, he's going to just leave on free anyway. So, bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. It says Rodrygo will never be signed, especially not for an effing loan. Yeah, I can't see it, man. I just feel like, again, people are trying to put this kind of scenario because, again, it doesn't look like anyone wants to pay. And I understand why not, because I think with the Rodrygo situation, it was always going to be a case where if he was going to want him to leave, he had to make his mind up pretty quickly. I think he's kind of dragging it out. He doesn't obviously want to leave Real Madrid. I can understand that. It's Real Madrid. You're not going to want to leave unless you're forced out. Real Madrid don't want to kick him out because they know his valuation is gonna go down because people are going to know you don't want this player. We're not going to pay you 89 million. We'll give you like 65. Do you know what I'm saying? So they want to kind of keep it where it's the case where it's like, we don't mind him staying, but really they want to sell him. But again, if you put in the kind of money, then we'll be obviously interested. That kind of fine line. But even so, man, with that kind of deal, it was always going to be a case and dictated by Rodrygo, in my opinion. I felt the quicker that he kind of suggested or insinuated he was willing to leave Real Madrid, kind of a easier kind of deal would be happening for the player because, again, it leaves you a lot more time. There's a lot more kind of transfers to obviously wiggle with. But the closer you get to the deadline day, players or teams have not got 8 mil just sitting there waiting for a player on the last week of the window to be like, yeah, I'm ready to leave now. Like, they're going to be looking at other kind of transfer targets and obviously hoping to try and get those over the line. And in that kind of period of time, if they do that, then you're going to be looking at it thinking, raw, like, they've actually got that player over the line. They're really kind of active in the transfer market. But if you're kind of waiting, you're obviously hoping that Rodrygo says yeah and wants to leave. But yeah, it's just no guarantee he's going to do that, man. Big up Dre says, Dre, big up Darren, man. Says, not going to lie, I want Anthony to live with. That's crazy, man. That's a crazy as well, front three. I would take 50 for Garnacho. Bro, if you get 50 for Garnacho, you would have had an absolute steal. I'm telling you, bro. That's a crazy bit of business. Crazy bit of business, man. Big Andrew says we need a second striker, defender, left winger, left back at a minimum. Probably could use an attacking midfielder too. I mean, the attacking midfielder would be Eze for me. But yeah, the striker, the left winger and striker. Sorry, the left winger and attacking midfielder. Yeah, 100%. Left back as well, I think. But again, it's one of those ones where it's one of those ones, Andrew, where we've just left so much to do in all of these other windows, bro. Like, again, we already knew that Jorginho and Partey's contract was coming to an end like 2 years ago, bro, in this kind of window. So we knew we were going to have to get 2 midfielders if they didn't sign. Also, we've needed a striker for ages. Also, we needed a left winger for ages. And we needed a backup Saka for ages. And a replacement for Fabio Vieira, who was obviously not good enough to obviously compete with the Odegaard for ages. So these are things that have just been piling up season on season that we've not done. Similar to what obviously Darren said, we go into the window, get a few players, but then there's always 1 or 2 which we need to kind of address that we don't, and then that just kind of rolls on to the next window, and then those kind of issues that we've got are added on to new issues, and that rolls on to the next window. So that's why you're saying we need another 4, because ideally you kind of need a replacement for Jesus, another striker. You do need another defender, to be fair. Or maybe you kind of need a defender / left back. I've probably in one. I think defense we were all right, apart from that left back situation. I think because again, there's only so many defenders you can get. I mean, we've got Mascara, we've got Gabriel, we've got Saliba. Yeah, you've got Kivior still, unless you're going to swap Kivior out for a better defender, then cool. And then yeah, a left winger, top level left winger. You've got your backup the Saka with Madueke. You've got your left winger, and then one of Martinelli and Trossard to back up the left winger. Then you'll have Özil and You'll have Odegaard and Eze. And then ideally a second striker and Gyökeres. But yeah, you got Havertz in there, you got Marino in there. So unless these guys get sold, yeah, they're gonna still be there. I said AJ Packer project, those just dreams, bro. I want to win the league, says Andrew. Yeah, for sure. Also a dream, aka Packer project. I know, definitely not happening with this season for sure. No way, Jose. Have you watched any preseason games? Have we looked like we would listen again? You know what it is. The thing is, again, it's not about even the results, Darren. It's not how it. Like you're right. It's how we've played. We've not played very well, and again, you can't really take too much stock all the time in preseason. But at the same time, when you're seeing the kind of deficiencies and weaknesses we had last season in the league, in the Champions League, not taking our chances, not being fluent on the left-hand side, and even as well, one thing that's obviously we've come out of this kind of preseason kind of tour is that now we looked really bad defensively, and in which we didn't last season. We still look decent. We just couldn't score. But now, in terms of like the Villarreal game, the Newcastle game, we're conceding a lot more chances. We're looking shaky. Ray's looking all over the shop. So yeah, man, it's kind of translated that bad form from last season towards the end, where we weren't winning league games and stuff like that, into the this kind of preseason, man. So yeah, people are worried. They are. A big up Mitchell says buying for Tottenham nil was funny to see yesterday. There, seeing Harry Kane scoring against Tottenham was funny, and then he missed the penalty, which was funny as well. But yeah, and this is what I'm saying, man. People can't get too carried away with the results. This is what I mean. But performance-wise, definitely you can obviously analyze. But in terms of results, obviously Tottenham fans were giving it the big and giving it large, beating us, and then they've just lost 4-0. Like, it's pre-season, bro. Like, the results literally don't matter. Honestly, they don't. It's how you perform in the game, how you perform and set up, and if you can see any kind of combinations, triangles forming, any kind of relationships on the pitch forming, so you can go into the new season and obviously see those kind of develop during the new season. If you don't see that, man, it's looking long. Big up Andrew says we are crap. It's a Man United fan and they beat us. That's funnier. This is a season is going to be long as, says Andrew. Yeah, for sure. Big up 7 on DR says we gave Lakonga an extension. They made it sound like it was depth at first. He never touched grass in the friendlies. I was calling it, just like Nelson, at least getting them to play and sell them. Yeah, for sure. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know why he didn't play any of the friendlies, bro. He went over there. He traveled there as well. That's kind of a weird thing. Why would you not just give him some time on the pitch? It's bizarre. Maybe Arteta's thinking, oh, well, he's definitely not going to be a part of our plans. There's no point bringing him on. But then you could say the same with Zinchenko. You could say the same about Nelson. And they both played a difficult some minutes as well. Like Zinchenko's even started one of the games. So even that's not really an excuse. I just think it's just strange, to be honest with you. Maybe he just doesn't rate him that much. I don't know. Big up Darren says Kane deliberately missed the pen with a laughing emoji. Kane never misses pens as well. That's the thing. He rarely misses penalties. So yeah, that's kind of ironic he missed against Spurs. But yeah, on to obviously other news with Arsenal. Sam McAbell obviously also quoted as well, saying, I think there is a chance that Leandro Trossard could leave Arsenal. At the start of the window, when there were positive talks over his contract, I thought it was near enough nailed on that he would stay. So this is something to kind of delve into as well. Obviously, at the start of the window, we had positive talks with him, but again, the kind of noise around this kind of positive talks was the fact that he wasn't really even going to be extending the length of his contract. He was just going to get more money, which I just didn't find, like, I didn't understand that, bro. Like, again, that guy that's going into his 30s, you're either going to want him to commit so you don't have to sell him, or you're going to want him to obviously be available for someone to buy. So I don't understand extending his contract to give him more money, but not extending the actual length of the deal, especially because he's only got 1 year left. I just thought it was a bit weird. But yeah, and then that kind of obviously all stopped. Apparently it was because of the whole situation with the likes of Jason Alto and Edu obviously swapping with Andre Berta, who was less reluctant to give him that kind of new pay rise and new deal, because again, he thought that maybe we needed to obviously improve on that left-handed side area. So yeah, that's probably why there's been kind of a U-turn. Anything that it looks like we're going to be in one direction, that's kind of made a shift, like a shift in direction. That's definitely the issue for sure. I think his contract situation hasn't progressed at the rate Arsenal had hoped. While I think his contract deal is there or thereabouts to be agreed in principle, he has fallen short of signing it. It's certainly one to watch. From what I've heard over the last few days, there is a chance that Trossard goes. Now, he has been linked with Borussia Dortmund and a few other Premier League clubs, but possibly Crystal Palace and a few other clubs. Now, listen, I like Trossard, and if it feels up to me, I can't lie. Trossard and Martinelli, I keep Trossard. I'll be real, because I feel like with Trossard, yeah, even though he's a little bit on the decline, physically, you can see that obviously, again, even though he was never the quickest or the strongest, he still had a little bit of burst of explosion to get those kind of short back lift shots off you. Everyone remembers the goals he scored against Everton at Goodison, or the 2 goals he scored against Everton against Goodison for Arsenal, the goal he scored against Wolves, short back lift. Like, he does like to have that kind of short back lift from range and score. You don't really see it as often the last probably season or so. Then the previous season, he used to do it quite a bit. But even so, at least he's still got football IQ. At least he knows his limitations. At least he knows, again, he can still make the right decision in certain areas when it comes to passing and shooting and stuff. With Martinelli, man, it just seems like, bro, you got all the pace, but literally no idea how to use it. No idea how to get into certain spaces in certain areas and be obviously more clinical and prove that you're an asset to the team when you're on the pitch. I feel like it just feels like we're kind of like babying him a bit. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. Like, when he's on the pitch, I never feel like he's going to do anything. Like, nothing substantial in terms of having a shot goal or combining with someone else or passing it to a certain area. Like, there's just nothing. Making a good run. Like, there's nothing that... Maybe he's in bad form, but he's been in bad form for like 2 years. So, I don't know, man. I just feel like probably in terms of... and also as well, Trossard is actually really good coming off the bench. Like, he's really good. Like, again, Turkish, big up Turkish. He's always called him the best 12th man in the Premier League. And I do hear that because, again, coming off the bench when you need kind of a goal or something to change, he's good at that role. So, I don't know, man. But it feels like, again, it looks like Mikel Arteta's picked between the two and said, you know what, Trossard, he's only got a year left. It's probably easier to get rid of him. He's older as well. And, yeah, he's going to be the one out the door. So, hopefully he does go because, again, that would signify because there's no way they get rid of Trossard or not buy someone in, surely. But we'll have to wait and see with that, man. But, yeah. But big up everyone in the building. Big up Dre says he didn't rate Lukonga, that's why he didn't bring him on. But what does that say when we bought him? Again, he's the one that bought him. Like, that's crazy. That sums up the transfer regime under this manager. Yeah, crazy, man, crazy. I mean, but you know what? It's mad. Why would you bring him all the way there? You didn't even give him 2 minutes, bro. You could have gave him at least a minute. Do you know what I'm saying? I say they look bad. It's crazy. Drew, apparently there was extra seats on the plane. That's mad. That's nasty work, man. Big up Carlos in the building, man. Red card, penalty, red card. What the hell? With a smiling emoji. Last of all, you completed it already. Best £20 I've spent. I hear it, bro. I hear it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, bro. But nice, good game, man. Last of Us 1 and 2, they're both good. to be fair. But yeah, man, nah, it's nice playing a proper story game, bro. Because again, there's not been too many out in the last couple of years. So but yeah, man, decent, man, decent. Hopefully they make another one. I know that they make a lot of money on that in the remasterings and stuff. So that's why they kind of just put it out on next gen instead of just doing a new game. So but we'll see, man. We'll see if they can come up with something else. Obviously, all more news about another player that we're looking to sell on. Fulham's approach for Reece Nelson will be a loan initially. What they're trying to work out now is if there's an option or an obligation attached. I think the best that also are going to do is an obligation. But even that is probably a stretch too far. So yeah, I think potentially we're gonna probably get another option, bro. As well. Ending was calm. Nobody touching my Abby, bro. What a character. Like days. Carlos 5 years later, you know. But yeah, man. But yeah, the last sequence is decent to be fair. But yeah, Joel's still my guy though, man. Joel's still my guy for sure. But yeah, obviously I'll bow back to Reece Nelson. I was kind of skimmed over that. Yeah, I mean, again, you're hoping to probably get what 10, 15 mil for him. Again, if this was another obviously training team, we'll probably get about 25 mil for him, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Because again, he's played in the Premier League a decent amount for Fulham. So but yeah, this is Arsenal. So yeah, I'll probably say a loan with maybe an option of 15, which isn't great because again, I think Fulham are very wary about his injury record. People don't really talk about it because I still feel like he's a decent player, but he's just never available for a full season. He never gets a chance to show what he's actually good at for a full season because he never stays fit. He's always periods out where he's injured for 6 weeks, injured for 8 weeks, injured for 4 weeks, and it's just stop and start all the time with his career. And obviously, even last season at Fulham, he got obviously the hamstring injury and was out for 4 months. So yeah, man, I still think he's a decent little winger. And ironically, he's looked the best winger on that left-hand side this preseason. He's only had about, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but he looks direct. He looks like he knows what he's doing on the left, and we're trying to sell him. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, that's one of those ones. On to obviously speaking of Martinelli, Sam McAbout again says at the start of the window, I had a conversation with someone with good connections. He alluded to the fact that Gabriel Martinelli wouldn't be available this summer. As last season was his best, there was probably an internal admission they wouldn't be able to attract his book market value in this transfer market. I think it has been decided that they will hang on to him for at least another season and maybe revisit the situation next year in hope that he has a good season. So, yeah, again, he's another one where, for me, we should be looking to move on, man. Again, he's got 2 years left on his deal. So, I think potentially next season, this is probably going to be his last season, unless he has an amazing season, which I cannot see. I just think with the tactics employed, with what Arteta is asking him to do, and also with the lack of kind of evolving or in evolution of his kind of footballing IQ, I just feel like he's just stagnated for a while, and he just looks like he's getting worse, especially in the system, man. Again, defensively, in terms of tracking back and working hard, bro, he does everything, bro. He helps out with the fullback. He does his bit to get back into defensive situations. Well, going forward, bro, nah, man. It's just round peg and square holes, bro. He just, again, isolated. He's not a touchline winger, man. He's just not. He just doesn't thrive on it at all. He needs to be closer to the goal. He needs less chances to think about what he's going to do. He just needs to be played in and just, look, listen, we're going to play you in and just shoot or pass. Do you know what I'm saying? In the final, he's a final action player, bro. He's similar to like a Son in it in terms of like these guys, you just got to just play in certain situations where they're just running through, or they're in a situation where they're into space because they've got pace. When you're asking them to be touchline and beat 2-3 players and be intricate and know when to release the ball, that's when they kind of struggle, these kind of players. So, yeah, man, I think potentially we will obviously get rid of him for sure. I said, Darren. I said, Colwell ACL title charge is cooked. Yeah, listen, bro. Where did he get the ACL, by the way? Because I'm sure he was playing in the Club World Cup, wasn't he? He played in the final. So I'm guessing, and I don't think you played a game unless you've been training, I assume. So it must have been this week, man, or something. I don't know. That's crazy, man. But yeah, ACL's a killer, bro. Especially, like I said, we said it, I think, a couple of weeks ago when it's just peak when one of your players get an ACL. I mean, obviously, Madison's had it for Spurs. Obviously, we had it with Timber a couple of seasons ago. It's just peak. I can't lie. It is peak. Because they just, especially at the start, they're missing the whole season, bro. Rodrygo obviously had it as well. So, yeah. What did you play on? PS5? Yeah, PS5 as well. Man said, buy Kalayasu, bro, is crazy. How's Nelson a better dribbler than Saka? Let me search it. The last part on the Reece Nelson deal, the best we can do is an obligation, but even that is probably a stretch too far. And they said Berta was cooking. Listen, and this is why I always said, man, I'm gonna analyze it at the end of the window, the job he's doing, bro. Because again, sales are a massive factor in terms of if we've improved or not. People obviously, of course, they do and stuff like that, and they hear it, but at the same time, it's like, listen, let's see if we can get better in terms of selling players and get a bit more kind of respect when it comes to being a selling club, man. And at the minute, we haven't, man. Saka is grossly overrated, says Darren. Says facts. Berta can't do miracles, bro. 6 non-penalty goals in the Prem since March 2024. I'm pretty sure Cole Palmer didn't score for 4 months, but whatever. Saka's best season is 14 goals in the Premier League. I don't know why people hype up this guy. Streets are saying Martinelli was the new Hazard. That is crazy. Now I remember people saying Martinelli was not the new Hazard. They were calling him something else, man. One of the Brazilian kind of left wingers as well. I can't remember who it was. But it wasn't Rivaldo. It was something mad at the time. Martinelli is washed. Says Aaron. He got it on Monday first. Oh, peak. That is peak, you know. That is so peak. First training session. Aye, bro. You know when you get them ones in training that are, and they're out for months. It's long. It's long days. If Hazard took a poop, let it dry in the sun a few hours, that's Martinelli. Can't blame Berta for the crazy wages. That's why players won't sell. Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, again, it's one of those ones, man. It's, oh my God, you need to come to the conclusion where you kind of need to just either just get rid of them all and just start fresh and just make sure you're not on these kind of mad, you don't buy these players on these mad wages, or you kind of just work around it, man. Because again, they're just going to stay here then if we can't get rid of them. Which again, it's not obviously his fault. He didn't put them on the wages, so you are right in that respect, man. But I don't know, man. They need to come up with a plan on how to get rid of it for sure. Carlos will give you Tommy Flory for 52 mil. Newly improved by Varteta, says your man there. But yeah, I think it's decided that they'll hang on to him for another season. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens with Martinelli, man. But it looks like he's going to be staying. Hopefully, he's a kind of a squad player, man. But we shall see. Because again, you're just going to have the same kind of problems you had him from the last 2 seasons, bro. He's just not improved. He's just kind of the same kind of player, man. Do I think Eze to Arsenal will happen as of today? I would say not happening. Where I think there might be leeway is if they can sell Leandro Trossard and maybe one other. Eze could arrive as a multifunctional forward. So, yeah, man, that's basically him saying it's not going to happen. But yeah, dear me. For me, I think, again, it's not looking great. It's not looking great, man. I said Palmer got dragged into it, didn't score for 4 months, but this man told, bro, one game doesn't erase 4 months. I'm not scoring, bro. What the hell? That's not. Let's not do this. I got the clip. Second defense league. Not even, man. Not even. I said Strand Larson is one to keep an eye on, bro. This is getting worse. This list for Newcastle, man. The reasons why, plus the latest on Watkins, Wisser, Jackson, Ramos, Muniz, Openda, Calvert-Lewin, all below. That's crazy, you know. This is all the strikers they're trying to get linked with, man. It's mad. I said, had Gio blown up my phone. Because Rice got a Ballon d'Or nomination. Oh, my days. Cook. I knew Gio would be on that, to be fair. I knew it. I didn't really look at the Ballon d'Or thing, to be honest, man. It's just a popularity thing anyway. We all know this, man. It's just whoever wins the kind of the major tournament at the time and the Champions League, innit? You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who's the actual best player. So, but we've been knowing this for time. But yeah, bro, you literally said Palmer is better than Saka on live. I've got the clip. Yeah, but you're talking about Saka obviously not scoring 6 goals, but then Palmer didn't score for 4 months, bro. That's a token English player. That's a facts, Darren. Ain't nobody beating Newcastle. He's just a seat filler, says Carlos. So yeah, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, on to obviously more news about Anthony Gordon. If Alexander Isak goes to Liverpool, which I think has a very good chance of happening, then I just can't see Newcastle sanctioning the move for Anthony Gordon. Yeah, well, Gordon's not going to move, man. He's not going to move. There's no way. I obviously they didn't want even EZE to move, so yeah, there's no way they're going to have Gordon and EZE moving at the same time. No chance, man. No chance. But yeah, it says on Arsenal's most likely left wing signing. Where the interest is most concrete and has been most validation is obviously EZE. It generally is, but at the moment there are obstacles in front of the deal happening. Obviously, he's kind of insinuating that we need to sell some players before we actually even bid for this guy. Whether we will or not, I don't know now, to be fair. At first, I was like, yeah, definitely. But I don't know, man. The longer it goes, it's like, brother, are we actually going to sell these players or not? You know what I'm saying? It's looking long, man. It's looking long. So we'll see. I said, Palmer is a magician, bro. Even if he doesn't score, he's creating chances. There's a difference in the two players. It's crazy how many players have rejected the tune. Yeah, too many players, man. Newcastle is not an attractive place to live. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if any of you guys have been to Newcastle before. Obviously, I've never been there, so I don't know what's wrong with the place. Is it just because it's far out? Is it because it's too cold up there? Like, I don't get why there's kind of this stigma, because a lot of players say that they don't want to move there, innit? Or they're when they move there, they want to move back to London or another like hot country or whatever. So I don't know what it is about Newcastle, man, in particular, that it's just kind of a stigma that they don't want to go there for sure. But yeah, in terms of before I get to the review thing, yeah, in terms of the EZE thing, yeah, man, we'll just have to wait and see with that one again. But yeah, for me, we need to make sure that man, that we do this, man. As I said, EZE to Newcastle, Benteke to Newcastle. I said Benteke, you know. Benteke. I forgot about that guy. Bro, you know what? I always forget that Benteke went to Liverpool and Balotelli went to Liverpool. They're the most non-Liverpool signings in history of Liverpool, bro. Like, I always forget these men played for Liverpool. Like, it's just so random, innit, when you think about it now. But yeah, big up obviously the chat, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe as well. But yeah, man. It's grim up north, man, says Andrew. And like I said, I've never been, bro. I've never been. All signings by Newcastle get approved by IB for final boss. Listen, where's Mike Ashley, bro? Bro, if this was Mike Ashley, these man will be screwing. These man will be vexed, bro. I'm telling you, these man would not be happy if this was Mike Ashley, you know. They'll be livid. Started Red Dead today. Oh, have a good time, bro. Obviously that's one where you got to invest time into, in it, especially with all the side missions, bro. Like I didn't actually even complete, or you know, or like the animals you can catch and stuff like that. You're gonna go to all like, across the maps, and obviously the horse thing as well is crazy, man. But yeah, but nah, man, enjoy. It is a sick game. Big up Lavi and Guna, my brother, man. Big up yourself. Big up Top. Sack our time before the start of the season. Big up yourself, Lavi and Guna. Make sure you go subscribe to him as well. Good guy, talking all good things as well about Arsenal, man. But big up yourself for being in the building, my bro. A proper game, Carlos, 100%, Darren, 100%. I said, of course, they are non-Liverpool signings. They're both black. Oh my god. I said, I played it 5 years ago too. Darren's funny, man. I said, I played it before, Darren. I'm doing a replay again. Nah, he is, to be fair. He is, to be fair. But yeah, now Last of Us is sick, man. Last of Us is sick, and Red Dead is sick as well, bro. Yeah, I put in hours on that game, man. Hours, man. Red Dead 2. Hours. There's so much stuff to do. The map's so big as well, man. And yeah, by the time you get to one area to another, bro, it can long out your day, I swear. But yeah, obviously more news about Rodrygo. Says Arsenal's interest in Rodrygo is absolutely genuine, says Sammy Macabell. But the stumbling block is the cost and the wages, which will be 250k per week, if not more. So you're talking about 300k. If it was a loan, there would be have to be some sort of obligation. So yeah, he's just saying if it was a loan, but I just feel like someone just kind of low-key made it up about the loan thing, man. Because again, I don't understand why Real Madrid didn't even accept that, bro. Like, even if it's an obligation, it's like, well, you're not going to get the money up front. I'm assuming they're going to want to use the money to try and reinvest into the team, whether it's centre back, centre midfield, or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I can't really see that happen. I feel like he's just going to stay anyway at Real Madrid, man. It's just kind of giving everyone the run around, really. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that, man. But yeah, I'm not really kind of optimistic that he's even going to probably move at all. Obviously that's just the right room and I'm in. But yeah, this is kind of an interesting deal here. Talking about obviously Brighton value Baleba 120 million euros with Man United and Manchester City interested as well. Bro, Man City game, then we're talking, bro, in terms of like them and Liverpool are gonna have a proper serious kind of battle for the title for sure. But yeah, man. The club won't sack Arteta. Too many fans backing him. Says Andrew. Unfortunately, I don't think the club will sack Arteta. Too many fanboys backing him. Sorry. Sack him now as well. Sack them now as well. So Latvian. Gio is an Arteta fanboy. He told me he's happy with Arsenal. Oh, Gio, I need to chat to him, man. I need to chat to him, bro. I need to see him. I need to show him the light, bro. Because that's crazy. To say you're happy with him is crazy. There's got to be pressure on him, man. Surely, man. Come on. The guy's been here 5 years and not won anything, man. Come on. Just be realistic. Listen, it's nothing personal, yeah? Well, not with me anyway. I know obviously people don't like him, but yeah, with me, it's not personal. It's just you're not doing the job you're here to do. You're here to come in and win trophies for the Arsenal. You've got enough amount of players now. You got loads of money. Like, bro, you're telling me you can't pick me up a Carabao or an FA Cup on the way? Like, what's going on here? Jesus, never mind the League and the Champions League. I'll get me some cups in the meantime, innit? Like, what are we doing? It's crazy. Listen, man. I say if Rodrygo was available, there would be plenty of buyers. So why would Real Madrid? This is what I'm saying. Man. This is what I'm saying. It just kind of yeah, I don't believe it either, bro. It's man said happy with what? You tell me, man. You tell me. I don't know, man. I don't know. With 2 dinner plates, it's crazy. Pep doesn't want Baleba. Stop lying. What are you saying? It's the underbelly colour thing, yeah? It's the underbelly colour thing. Brighton have set their asking price 120 million euros, which is $139 million for clubs wanting to pursue a deal for Carlos Baleba. Sources have told ESPN the midfielder has attracted interest from Manchester United and Manchester City. Pep Guardiola has been a long-time admirer of the Cameroon midfielder, while Ruben Amorim is also a fan of the 21-year-old. United have not made contact with Brighton, sources have told ESPN, and any deal would be made more difficult if they complete a move for Benjamin Sesko. ESPN reported on Thursday that Man United have agreed a deal in the region of 85 million, is that pounds, including all euros, including add-ons for RB Leipzig forward. However, signing a midfielder is possible if they can move on players deemed surplus to requirements by Amorim, such as Alejandro Garnacho on his way to Chelsea. Sources have told ESPN that Baleba is happy to stay at the Amex this summer, with a move considered more likely in a year's time. I mean, he's only 21, just going, bro, I don't know how Brighton do it, bro. Basuma, Casado, now obviously Baleba as well. They just flip it. I don't even know how much this guy even costs, man. I'm sure it's going to be under 20 mil, bro. And yeah, now he's a £100 million player. He's had 1 season. Bro, guys, and he's only 21 as well. It's crazy. Baleba has emerged as a key player under the obviously new head coach. After adjusting to life in the Premier League, he made 34 appearances last season, scoring 3 goals and contributing 1 assist. Sources have told ESPN that Leo would be due a 20% future transfer fee that rises above 30 million. It took Brighton to sign the player. Okay, so it was 30 million euros. Okay. So that's about 22 million pounds, something like that, to sign the player from the French league or the French club in 2023. So he's been there 2 seasons. Should Baleba leave the club in a lucrative transfer, he would become the latest in a long line of Brighton players who've been subject to big money moves to other Premier League clubs. These are kind of the players, Casado, Cucurella, and João Pedro, all play their football at Stamford Bridge, with the former moving in a £115 million deal on the Casado. Meanwhile, as Ben White, Basuma, McAllister were all signed by Arsenal, Tottenham, and Liverpool, respectively. Baleba made 34 appearances, like I said. So, yeah, where do you think is he going to go this summer, man? I think potentially he might go to Man United. Maybe. I don't know, man. I think if they get rid of Højlund and get rid of Garnacho for the money they want, I think they want 50 for each, or 40 for Højlund and 50 for Garnacho, then potentially they might come in for him. I don't know about if the Man City interest is real, if I'm being honest, man. Can I see them spending 100 mil on a player? I don't know. I find it difficult. Man. Big up everyone in the chat, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Massive fact, he's won 2 dinner plates. If you get EZE buying Diaz, I can't lie, it's a free run for Arsenal to get rejected because these bombs have no pull. With a laughing emoji. Don't think Arteta likes finals. Bro, he doesn't get to them, bro. Never mind likes finals. He doesn't get to them. He's only literally been to 1. Igal called, listen. Listen, man. Listen. Listen, I seen the clip in it. I got enough to say, man. I felt, yeah. Oh my god, Arteta likes failure. With an angry emoji. Must said I saw it. Carl bodied him. A guy last night was wilding. Yeah. I don't know, man. Hated Arteta as a player and even more as a manager, says Andrew. Gone that show to the world. Brighton are cooked though. Their scouts. Oh, okay. Their scouts moved to Chelsea. That's why they keep buying the kids. All right, because obviously Baleba came when he was 19, a couple of years ago. So yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I don't know. Maybe this is their last big batch then of kind of quality players before potentially they have to kind of like you say, kind of rely on their kind of scouts to improve, or their coaching to improve the players that they get from the scouts. So yeah, interesting, man. Very interesting. Would you take Grealish? I wouldn't take Grealish personally, but yeah, I think. Listen, we're done with buying guys that are past their prime. Let's be honest, man. Grealish was a good player, but I feel like again the time at Manchester City is probably affected his actual overall ability. I still think he's a decent player, but it's one of those ones where you need to see him play how he used to play at Aston Villa at another team first, right, before you then invest a lot of money in him. And also, he's had a lot of injury problems as well in the last 2 years, 3 years, as well as obviously off the field stuff as well. So, nah, man. Yeah, just go get Lookman, bro. Liao's there as well. Lookman's there as well. And yeah, man. That would be me for sure. Big Darius says Potts asked him to name 3 positive from the preseason so far. Man got stuck on one. yeah. The only positive has been Max Darman, man. If we're being honest, man, that's really been the only positive, really. Yeah, because again, the results don't really matter if I'm being honest, because the performances as a team has been awful. Big up Red RD Red Road, man. Big up Rory. Big up, brother. Big up yourself, bro. Good to see you in the chat, man. Hopefully you are well. You have to let me know what you think about preseason so far, my bro. And yeah, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good, bro. He just put Ive. Big up I and me. Always enjoy your positive vibes, man. Oh, big up yourself, brother. I really appreciate you, man. I and me. Always good to chat football with you guys and the community, of course, bro. But yeah, man, big up yourself as always, man. Every single time. Every single time, people, man. Big up the chat. Make sure you guys like on the video, man, and subscribe to the channel if you are new, if you haven't done it already. But yeah, man, I'm just thinking obviously also play tomorrow as well, against Athletic Bilbao. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that, man. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Obviously, a bit of news on Lookman. It says the Sun Sport understands also keeping tabs on Lookman's situation should they miss out on other targets, including Eze. A move for Lookman would also come into play should Leandro Trossard leave this summer. Atlanta want at least 45 million, which I think is a decent piece of money in that. I think it's a decent piece of money for sure, but whether they're gonna pay that, I don't know, man. I think he's probably gonna go to Inter Milan, and maybe that's kind of an agent-led kind of story, because obviously they want to go Inter don't want to pay the money Atlanta want at the minute. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if there's any more news on it. But yeah, big up everyone in the building, man. Big up everyone in the building, of course. Would you take Grealish on our left wing? No, I don't think I would, bro. Like I said, man, I just think we're kind of past that. Like the Rashfords, the Grealishes, the Sterlings, like, bro, just get the new Grealish. Get the new guy, get the new up and coming kind of that 25, 26, 27-year-old that's obviously killing it somewhere else. Like, because again, the problem you have when you get people like Grealish, Rashford, you've always got this idea of how they were when they're in their prime at their best, and you just kind of expecting them to be like that. And then when they're not, everyone's just like, oh, he's washed. Well, we kind of knew he wasn't really great because, again, the last 2-3 seasons, or last 2 seasons anyway, he's not been great for City. Been injury prone, in and out of the team. Obviously, City play a certain way where you have to obviously keep possession. But also, when he becomes to Arsenal, it's going to be exactly the same, unless Arteta changes his tactics, obviously. Because, again, he's going to be on the left and just recycle the ball and not be direct, which is, we need the opposite. We need someone that is going to be able to get in behind, be direct, be able to link up with, obviously, the striker as well. I think with Grealish, he's a guy that when you put him out on that left, he kind of just keeps possession, wins you a few free kicks, doesn't do anything amazing under Pep Guardiola's system. I mean, obviously for Villa, he was everywhere. He was like a free spirit, man. Playing number 10, playing number 8, getting the ball from defense, playing up front. Like, he was literally everywhere for Villa. And at that period of time, he was definitely one of the best players in the Premier League for sure. Definitely playing like he was anyway. So yeah, man, I just think, yeah, for me, those kind of signings, yeah, we definitely should leave them behind for sure. Big Andrew says, I think Igal says a lot of things for clicks and views. Yeah, I mean, I don't know him personally, but yeah, man, some of the takes are outlandish. I can't lie. Yeah, they are outlandish. And what's your take on the profile of Fofana? Yeah, obviously, I think Liverpool will link with him as well. He's like another left winger as well. Again, I wouldn't, I wouldn't mind, to be fair. I wouldn't mind. Like I said, I feel like for me, as long as you improve on that situation and that left winger kind of position with someone a bit new, a bit more direct, a bit different, then yeah, I'm all for it, man. I just don't want someone like, we already know what they can do and they've already got limitations. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, big up yourself, I me. That's a positive vibes, a laughing emoji. No, always positive vibes in the chat, bro. Obviously, Arsenal not been positive, but in terms of the banter in the chat and all that kind of stuff, definitely positive vibes for sure, man. Always good to chat to you guys every single time, man. We got Dre says, so do you think that in tomorrow's game against Bilbao, we'll see a closer starting lineup for United game, or is Arteta going to do Arteta thing? You know what? We definitely need to see the best team. Like, we've still not seen Rice and Zubomendi together. I don't know why as well, by the way. Like, if that's going to be your starting kind of midfielder or midfield pairing, then we need to see that in the pivot, surely. Otherwise, we're literally going to be trying it for the first time when we play Man United, which is not obviously ideal. So, yeah, for me, you're going to be as close to the starting lineup as possible. I feel like Havertz is going to start tomorrow's game because he missed, obviously, the game on Wednesday. So, yeah, and I think Havertz will probably start the game against Man United at Old Trafford, man, to be honest with you. Just based on how Arteta is, isn't it? So, yeah, I reckon the team's going to be... I don't know if Gabriel's going to be ready. He's literally only played 5 minutes. I don't think Timber will be ready either. So, it's probably going to be Ben White, Kivior, Saliba, he's on the left, Lewis Skelly, Raya, and then Zubomendi, Rice, Odegaard, Havertz, Martinelli, Saka, bro. Which is dead. I'll be honest, man. Same team as last year, man. Man. We need some fresh players, bro. You need to freshen it up a bit. I'll be real. We need to freshen it up a bit, man. But yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what he picks or what he comes up with, what he picks as well, man. But yeah, we definitely should be seeing the kind of near enough the starting lineup to what you're going to be obviously dealing with come Old Trafford next Sunday. Obviously, also I've been offered allotment by obviously Dimitris as well. The player, however, has an agreement with Inter Milan already. Eze is Arsenal's first choice. So yeah. We'll see how that turns out. I said, better hope Havertz is still not fit. Otherwise, it's or he's on the bench. Yeah, listen, I think someone said there's optimism that he's going to be fit for the game against Bilbao. But yeah, man, yeah. Listen, if he's back, he's starting in it. We all know this, man. So we'll have to wait and see how he plays and how the team plays, man. But yeah, it's kind of the same old, really. Good chance we'll lose the first game against Manchester United, Andrew. Obviously, you're not confident. Yeah, not looking great at the minute, man. Based off the form we're playing that preseason, and we always struggle there anyway. Even when they're terrible, we should have lost there last season. So yeah, it's not looking good, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Man, we got Rory, Red RD, man. He said, we look about as convincing as me pretending to be off school. That's probably the way to sort of preseason at the moment. Man, that is foul. That's a red. That might be a red, bro. Man said, looking as convincing as me, trying to convince I should be on off school. That's mad. Oh my god. Nah, you know what it is? I feel like, yeah, you're probably right, man, at this moment in time, bro. We've just not seen any kind of evolution of the tactics. And the individual attacking players have looked off it. Saka's looked off it. Martinelli's looked terrible as well. Even Havertz has looked bad. But again, Havertz and Saka are coming off obviously hamstring injuries, bro. This was always the worry when they did the injuries, man. Like, not in the fact that obviously they got overplayed anyway, but they could come back not being the same, or it could take them a while to get back to what they were before, bro. Like, it just seemed like Saka's lost a bit of explosion when it comes to getting into the box for sure. That you've seen in previous seasons, man. But we'll see how he does this season. But yeah, not ideal, my guy. Not ideal. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like all the videos, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to become a member, it's pinned at the top of the chat as well. Big up Chris says, big up, mate. Hope you're well. All good, brother. Hope you all good yourself, my guy. As well. Yokerez needs to lose 10 kg by next week. Now, you know, I don't know if he's stocky like that or if he just put on weight. I'm not even sure, to be fair. I don't know if that's just his build, innit? Oh my days, that's nasty, bro. That might be yellow as well, to be fair. That might be yellow as well. But yeah, man. Yeah, but this is what happens, man, when you don't get players or the main players you need to get in, man. You don't get him till late. Do you know what I'm saying? And my man's he's not even had a full 90 yet for us. So these are kind of the preseason kind of times to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, obviously a bit of breaking news from Ryan Taylor says Levante are interested in signing Arsenal goalkeeper Calhine on loan. Why can't we sell these guys permanently, man? Gunners are prioritizing a sale and will entertain permanent offers before the transfer deadline. And obviously that's just Seville also keen, but obviously don't need to because they've secured a Newcastle goalkeeper there. So yeah, yeah, I forgot about Carl Hine. Obviously, he wasn't on tour. I think he broke his finger or broke his thumb or something like that. So he didn't go on tour at all. So he's not actually even played for Arsenal at all this kind of pre-season. So, but yeah, he did very well in Spain last season. But yeah, it looks like he's going to be going back to Spain as well by the sounds of it. But yeah, it's mad. A big up Dre. It says so it's going to be Raya, White, Saliba, Kivior, MLS. MLS, Zobi, Rice, Odegaard. Really want to see Wanyeri. Yeah, Saka, Gyökeres, Havertz, Madueke. Yeah, pretty much that, man. To be fair, pretty much that. Big up Chris. So I don't think you sign anyone else if you don't sign EZE. EZE, you're only likely signing, in my opinion. But EZE could turn into Zaha to Arsenal, a dead deal that never happened. Yeah, true. Very, very true. I think it is literally up to Arsenal to get the money together that Palace want. And I think Palace will be definitely up for selling them for sure. And I think EZE would come. But yeah, it's one of those ones, bro. Sesko, no different to Hoyland's price with a laughing emoji. Yeah, I know. I mean, I think Sesko's more. I think he's more all in. I think he definitely is more. I think But yeah, crazy about money, man. Crazy about money. Saka might never be that guy again. Yeah, and maybe. Listen, we don't know. We actually don't even know how he's going to recover from said injuries, man. Because better players than Saka, like your Michael Owens and stuff like that, have had hamstring injuries. They've just never been the same, innit? Like it's how it goes, man. It's how it goes. Unfortunately, Bill Dre says also might think that Mascara might start. That ain't too far fetched. Yeah. He's looked all right, to be fair to him. He's looked all right, man. He's looked okay. He looks all right back as well. Obviously, still young. You can tell he's got that bit of like aggressive rashness in him, but again, he's only 21. But on the ball, in terms of him being obviously progressive and stuff with his passing and being very, very good into the recovery pace, he looks all right, man. To be fair, looks very eager. So yeah, I'll be happy to see more of him. I want to see Max Diamond start a game. Like well, listen, you might as well start him, bro. He's been playing the majority of the games more than I actually thought, to be fair. So we will see. Big old Rory says even if it's a low with an option to buy for Rodrygo, just get me a left winger, or Martinelli needs to be asked what's so interesting on the floor, and he might actually lift his head up. Bro, a lot of people have said it. I can't do another season with Martinelli on the left. I can't, fam. It's so frustrating, bro, because you just know what he's gonna do. And someone said it really, really well. Like the problem with like Martinelli is like you go into the game expecting to see what you always see. He never kind of surprises you and like, you know what? That was a very good performance, man. Or he did something I've not seen him do for a couple of years. He just does what you know he's gonna do. And like again, and that's not always his fault. That's not just his fault as well. I think tactically, again, he's just out on the left, like he's just isolated on his own kind of thing. There's no kind of build up on that left hand side. He's just it's just dead. It's like nothing happens over there. So yeah, it's not always his fault, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you got to do some things for yourself, man. When you're in 1v1 situations, which he has been in a few times in preseason, he just ran out of play or just over kicked it and it's goal kick. So I'm just laughing. I'm like, bro, this is terrible, man. You know what I'm saying? This can't be a start a winger, bro. Like it's mad. He's on a lot of money as well. So yeah, man, it's not ideal, brother. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, bro. I can't lie. Not ideal at all, my guy. But yeah, big up Chris. He says, I just don't see you getting another natural winger, unfortunately for you. Yeah, it's looking highly unlikely, bro. Unless we do something mad and we sell all these players, which it looks like there's no movement on any of them. Like no one's even close to moving. We obviously heard about Fabio Vieira potentially going to Stuttgart. That was what start of the week. Nothing's accelerated that. Like you're looking at the likes of Reece Nelson being linked with Fulham. Nothing's really been obviously growing in that department either. Trossard loosely linked with Bayern Munich and obviously Dortmund. Nothing really coming across in terms of like bids or kind of advanced talks with that. So Yeah. If selling is stopping us from buying, which it looks like it is now because the buying obviously has stopped completely, then yeah, we're not gonna have enough time to get more than one either. So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Da, 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 da. But yeah, man. I am me says, have you noticed that how eager the media and opposition fans are to mount pressure on Gyökeres and then 90 minute Ikitike? I'm sure the same will go for 85 Sesko. They will only praise those two. Yeah, well, obvious, yeah, of course, bro. It's always going to be the case, isn't it? Like again, um, with Gyökeres, because there's an expectation for him to score all these goals as well. Then yeah, definitely that's what comes with it, man. That's definitely what comes with it. Unfortunately, I think obviously we've just not been used to having a guy that's expected to score because we've not had one really since Aubameyang. And obviously, he started scoring straight away. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what just comes with it, bro. When you've got a top striker, I'm sure City fans have the same thing with Haaland as well, where people expect him to score every game and then they try and cook him as well. So it goes, man. But yeah, with the Ekitike one, I feel like again because they're looking to get EZE now. Then yeah, that the shift on him in terms of the expectation of him is kind of minimal now. Because again, you still got Wirtz, where people are going to be looking at him saying, is he actually worth 115 million pounds if he's not putting in performances, man? When you got a big price tag, it's always the case, isn't it? But yeah, man, I think with Gyökeres, because he's kind of him and Zubimendi, more him, he's the only kind of attacking player that people kind of rate outside of obviously Arsenal. There's massive expectations. No one expects Madueke to do anything. Let's be honest, man. Like even opposition fans are like, they're just laughing. Like, yeah, we spent 50 million on this guy. Like we're not expecting him to. Like if he misses a chance, we're not going to be surprised because no one really rates him like that, innit? So yeah, man, it's one of those ones, bro. Man put with a laughing emoji. I think it's on about when I was on about Martinelli. XTK for me actually been coming on from left winger area in preseason, which is interesting considering he's a striker. Look better at left wing. Yeah, I mean, they did say he has played left wing for Frankfurt a few times as well. So that might be a thing where he is actually the replacement for Diaz in terms of like positional wise. And also it allows you to play him and EZE maybe up front. And then potentially they could interchange as well. Because again, EZE can drift out to the left. Ikitike go up front as well. So maybe he's trying to change the formation, man. And again, it's one of those ones where to stay ahead, you definitely have to obviously change the tactics and change personnel and change how you obviously build up play, which I think is one of Arteta's weakest points in terms of not being able to adapt and change consistently. Obviously, he did for one season, but ever since then, we've just kind of played the same way, and it just got really worse because people are working us out. Big up Dre says, you want to see Dalman start? Is it with Saka or rest Saka? Because he's been playing every game along with Saliba, White, crucial players for us if we want to any success this season. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think we should start. I think put Saka on the bench, you know. Yeah, I'd want to see how Dalman starts a game because again he's coming on as a sub, again plays the tires, stuff like that. I want to see him from the start of the game, and this is probably the last kind of opportunity you can do that. But again, I can see the argument where you want to play your best team, etc., etc. So I can see Saka just starting as well. But yeah, man. But I don't know if he can play on the left or obviously he's naturally a number 10. But obviously Arteta doesn't trust him there for whatever reason. Maybe obviously pressing off the ball is obviously crucial in that kind of position. Odegaard does it or whatever. So maybe he doesn't trust him off the ball in that situation, man. But for me, I'd definitely be putting Diamond over there as well. We got Darren says, mark my words, I'll put money on this. Arsenal will not sign another player this window. I'll take bets on this. So he's very, very confident, Darren, that we're not going to sign another player. But yeah, big up Chris. It says Nkatike is 79 million just for correction, of course. Plus, don't forget Gyökeres took the 14 shirt more. But yeah, it is, man. It is more pressure for sure. But yeah, man, again, it's only one game. It's only 60 minutes, man. It's going to be a long season. Obviously, we've got him for 5 years. It's a 5-year contract. So yeah, we'll have to see how he does, man. How well he does, innit? But again, there is going to be a lot of expectation. Again, I feel like it's all building because even with the, like you said, with the Ekatike thing, obviously they've won the Premier League. So any signing, even if it's a load of money or whatever, I mean, obviously not so much for the Man United, but again, Man United's we're in a position where we're expected to do something, but then we know if we don't obviously do it, there's going to be a lot of criticism on the players and the manager, and rightfully so, if we don't do it for another season. Where obviously all these other teams are in different kind of situations. Liverpool have already won the league, so their fans are relatively happy for the foreseeable. Man United have had such a bad season; they just want to see their team do better than 15th, so their expectations are obviously lower. Ours are obviously on a certain kind of level where we're expecting now to obviously start winning trophies with the team. So every player that comes in has to be a level raiser in terms of they have to improve what we already got to make us closer to winning the league if we're going to keep the manager. Obviously, I don't think potentially the manager is the right person for the job anyway. But while he's still here, you got to look obviously the players and the personnel that we've got to see if we can improve on said positions to get us closer to what we're trying to achieve. So yeah, man, I think it's all just based off us not winning things. If I'm being honest, man, it just accumulates in different ways where the pressure is obviously on. Darren, the truth pains. At least we get one more in. EZE, ironically, in the first start, he only had 14 touches. Yeah, that's kind of mad. EZE won't be signed. Says I am me. Darren's very confident. Good chance we won't get any other players. It's imperative we sell some players ASAP. Not happening, Andrew. Most likely we won't sell anyone with a laughing emoji. 8th of August and nobody is interested. It's people who put pressure on Gyökeres wearing 14. Why didn't you apply the same pressure on Eddie and Nketiah and the rest? The guy said there were not many options to choose from in the interview. Yeah, I mean, again, well, I mean, obviously, to answer your question about Eddie and Nketiah, no one rated him like that, innit? So, a lot of people were angry that he took it, to be fair, whereas with Gyökeres, people are like, okay, cool. And again, there is not that many options. You got number 10, but number 10 for a striker, I don't know, man. That's more like a playmaker, innit? More like a actual number 10, an Ozil, Eze, Bergkamp, you know what I'm saying? Second striker, number 10 / kind of role. I'm surprised Odegaard's not took it, to be honest with you. But yeah, there wasn't actually that many numbers available. I don't think they want to give him Jesus his number 1 still at the club. So otherwise he could have took number 9. But now, man, Glock 9 would have rolled off the tongue, man. That would have been different. But yeah, obviously, like I said, he's a player that a lot of people rate, and I feel like for me, as well, when it comes to obviously Arsenal, there's a lot of expectation and hope that he's going to be someone that can guide us in a different direction, man. Because again, you look at any of our attacking players, it's all the same. We all know what Saka can do. We all know what Martinelli can do. We all know what Havertz does. Like, we all know what these guys do, their limitations, what they can and can't do. Gyökeres is kind of an unknown entity in terms of we don't know how he's going to play for Arsenal, if he's going to get large chances, if he's going to score goals, how many goals he's going to score, etc., etc. So these are the things that people obviously think about in their head before obviously he starts playing for Arsenal on a regular basis, man. The key thing is as well, like in terms of him playing for us, is also obviously changing our style to suit what he does best, which is running into transition, running the channels, getting into the box, having space to obviously be able to turn and shoot, etc., man. And you gotta feed a guy like that, man. Pause. You gotta feed a guy like that, bro. Otherwise, he's going to be ineffective, very ineffective, man. And we've seen some of it as well. Big ol' Iron Mason's hand of Arsenal is quiet these days. I mean, he was dealing with some ill health. I think he did tweet something like that. So maybe he's obviously dealing with that in this moment in time. But at the same time as well, bro, like there's nothing really happening, really, is there? Like since the Gyökeres deal went over the line, in terms of outgoings, ingoings, there's nothing really to talk about, if I'm being honest. So maybe it's a little bit of that as well. But yeah, I'm glad we got Gyökeres and not Sesko. Says Andrew. I'm glad we got Gyökeres as well. Not to say that obviously Sesko is not going to do well for Man United. I feel like different expectations, different kind of team. Obviously, he's got other players like Mbeumo and Cunha. Man United fans are going to be looking to score goals as well. So it's not just going to be him. Whereas I think when Rasmus came in, he was kind of like the marquee signing of the summer, the most money, I think. So they were kind of just looking at him, really. Whereas I feel like they've done a better job in terms of bringing players in at the same time. So his fans' expectation is not just on Sesko. If Sesko gets 3 or 4 goals, for example, but Mbeumo's got 15, then people are going to be more swaying to, okay, Mbeumo's kind of going to be our version of Salah, whatever. And then Sesko's kind of going to be the facilitator, and they'll be a bit more accepting of it. Whereas with us, everyone wants a goal scorer. Everyone wants a proper number 9 since Aubameyang left. So I think the expectations are going to be a bit different. And obviously, we're trying to win the title. So yeah, I think it's all going to be a little bit different for sure. Martinelli is just good at running. Head down, man, unfortunately. Arteta already sabotaging him. Man subbed him just to get just as he was getting in his groove. Tell me this guy is not being petty on about Gyökeres. I mean, I hoped he played a little bit more, to be honest with you. But again, I wouldn't say he looked relatively the fittest, if I'm being honest. Well, it's expected, isn't it? It's expected because, again, he's not really trained. So, especially obviously with Sporting and the whole thing happened there. So, it's understandable how he didn't look, obviously, the most sharpest. But again, the only way you're going to get match sharpness is if you play games, I guess. So, You just gotta hope he obviously starts more games for us in the near future, man. But yeah, fingers crossed we can do that on a regular basis. Big up IME predictions for the Man United Arsenal game. Andrew said 2-1 Man United. I got a feeling it's gonna be a draw, you know. I got a feeling it's gonna be like a 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw or something. But yeah, I don't know. What do you man think? You'll have to let me know in the comments. But Andrew says 2-1. Cunha and Buemo slaps 2. Says Darren. But yeah, Sesko versus Gyökeres in the first Premier League game. Never saw that comment. You would think it was going to be the opposite, bro. Gyökeres at Man United, Sesko at Arsenal. But yeah, I can imagine obviously Sesko playing for Arsenal. Everyone would have just been saying he's like a quick version of Havertz, isn't it? Not to say obviously again he wouldn't be better than Havertz, but yeah, I just think in terms of expectation wise, there's just more on Gyökeres anyway. Do you know what I'm saying, compared to what there would have been on Sesko, in my opinion, in terms of scoring goals. But yeah, it's one of those ones, man. Arteta has to change, otherwise, yeah, it's gonna look peak. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be a fascinating game, regardless of the score. And again, two different teams from last year. Obviously, we're gonna have a completely different midfield in terms of no Jorginho and Partey. Hopefully, a new striker up there as well. And then they're gonna have a new front line, completely new front line. So could you assume they're all going to start? So yeah, going to be very interesting to see how we contain them. Obviously, Mbeumo scored against us last season as well for Brentford. So yeah, very interesting, man. Very interesting, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe as well. Hate to say this, but Arteta's tactics might hand us a shocker in the first game. Yeah, it depends how he sets up, man. Because again, you assume Man United are going to play in that transition. Because the thing is, they've got better transitional players now, much better. They've got Cunha, who's a very, very good dribbler. And Mbeumo is very good at running into space as well. Sesko is really, really quick too, so he can run in behind. So again, you kind of want to give Man United the ball, really, and say, you know what, try and break us down, change the tactics up a little bit. Because if we go in with the same tactics we had last season, which was kind of the same, they just gave us possession. We had no kind of cutting edge to break them down. And then they kind of hit us with obviously the free kick. And then in the second half, in transition, they were just killing us, bro. They were just killing us, bro. We were losing the ball in the final third or in the middle third of the pitch. And then, yeah, those transitional balls into Dalot, into Bruno Fernandes, and there was opening us up. So, yeah, man, I feel like potentially tactically, we might have to set up a little bit different, if I'm being honest, a bit more wary of their attacking threats for sure. Because, yeah, Cunha in space is going to be long, especially if you're not compact. Do you know what I'm saying? And Mbeumo the same. Sesko the same. So, yeah, gonna be interesting, man. Gonna be very interesting. Big up Frankie says, yo, build yourself, bro. Arteta needs to fix up. Arteta tactics will freeze out Gyökeres. 14 again, says Darren. Arteta holds, says Andrew. Darren, I hate to hear Cunha and Mbeumo scoring against us, man. It's gonna be long. Then don't watch. LOL. Nah, man. Listen, again, there's no guarantee they're definitely going to come in and do the business, but at the same time, you got to be worried about their attacking threats, bro. You got to put some respect on them, innit? If you rated them at Brentford and Wolves, then you're gonna have to rate them at Man United as well. Sesko's obviously scored some good goals as for RB Leipzig. Not the most clinical striker, but he can score those volleys that are from outrageous angles. He has got that in his locker, to be fair to him. So yeah, going to be a very interesting how we kind of combat that as well. He's 6'5", so you assume he's going to be good in the air. He's basically, like I said, he's basically just a better version in obviously Arteta's mind than Havertz, in it. That's probably why he wanted him all this time. It's like, well, we've got Havertz who's there, but again, his ball striking is not obviously up to scratch. This guy's ball striking is definitely up there for sure. That's probably how they're thinking about it. So yeah, man. But yeah, for me, I just think personally, we just gotta make sure defensively we're a bit airtight than we have been in preseason, and then go on from there really. Otherwise, it could be sticky. It could be very, very sticky, man. Well, yeah. Can you take us into your predictions for the first 5 games? Oh, very interesting, man. Very interesting. Okay. Let me see what the first 5 games are actually. Before I get into it. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Obviously, the season starts next week. This time next week. Liverpool face Bournemouth. So yeah, very interesting. So here are the fixtures here. So yeah, we got Man United Sunday, the 17th of August, 4:30 UK time. I'll probably go. I'll go 1-1. I think that'll be a draw. I'll go 1-1. 1-1 draw. I don't think we're gonna win. Based on how we're playing in preseason. But I think it'll be a draw. Into Leeds. We should win this one. I think it'll be tight though. I don't think we're gonna win and beat them pretty comfortably. I think it's gonna be like a 2-1 win. So I'll go 2-1 win for that. So that's 4 points. Liverpool, I think we're going to lose this game. I can't lie. I think we're going to lose this game, man. Maybe like 2-0 or something. 2-1, 2-0. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this one still. So that's 4 points out of 9. Nottingham Forest. Difficult one, man, because they've made a few changes. We beat them 3-0 last season at the Emirates. Don't know, maybe a draw. I don't know. Nah, actually, I'll go win. Just about 1-0 or something. Again, I can't see it scoring many goals with how we're playing because we don't create chances like that. I'm just relying on my defense to be decent. You know what I'm saying? So maybe like a 1-0 win, something like that from a corner or something. Man City at home, boy. Yeah, this could go either way. This could go either way. Maybe another L, you know. Maybe another L, man. But maybe another L, bro. Don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough, man. It is very, very tough. Very tough, man. And Bremer gonna rise that right hand side. That's crazy. We're gonna rinse, that right hand side. I think it's rise. That's mad. Yeah, for sure. Is Rodrygo really going to Arsenal? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so, Frankie, man. I don't think he is. Our left hand side will get cooked. Skeleton for a long game, man. Potentially, bro. Potentially, my guy. What upsets me? We got Dre. What upsets me about United game at Old Trafford last season is that the way we whooped PSV 7-1. Everyone said we were going to beat them too. Got a 1-1 draw. Ray was man of the match with he says that. Yeah, bro, we should have lost that game like 4-1. Yeah, we should have lost that game 4-1, man. For sure. Creative spark ain't happening. Yeah, I know. It's looking bleak. Latvian Guna. Hold on, as far as the early kickoff. Yeah, I think it's been changed, you know, bro. I think it's been yeah, it has been, changed. It is an early kickoff, man. 12:30. And then I think all of our games are on TV, I think. Our first 5. So yeah, that's a Sunday. That's Saturday 5:30. So that's Saturday afternoon, or / evening. Then that's another Super Sunday game, Liverpool. Then yeah, that's midday game, man. September against Forest. Then yeah, that's obviously another Super Sunday game against Man City, and then that's another Super Sunday game there. So our first 6 games are all on, bro. We've got 4 Super Sunday games at 6 games, bro. So I don't know I'm guessing this West Ham won't be on TV. Surely not. I'm trying to think if last season's was. No, it wasn't. We lost 1-0. It wasn't. It was a 3-o'clock game. So yeah, that one won't be. Fulham, that might be changed to a 12:30 game. Maybe I can see that being a 12:30 Saturday game. The last 2 games have been on TV. The last 3 games have been on TV, I think. When we beat 3-0, that was on TV. And then we lost 2-1. That was New Year's Eve. And then we drew last year. That was on TV as well. That was on Sunday. Crystal Palace, I think that'll probably be a 3 o'clock. So yeah, well, I think our away games, the majority of our away games might be on TV just because obviously the position we're in, and it could be an upset or it could be a decent game kind of thing. But yeah. Big up Darren. It says I don't see any wins from our first 5. Liverpool. Nah, we'll beat Leeds, bro. Come on. We'll beat Leeds, man. We'll beat Leeds, bro. At home as well, man. Bro, if we don't beat Leeds, man, brother. Come on, like it won't be Leeds. We ain't winning any game. Like, they're one of the worst teams in the league, fam. At home as well. Come on, bro. We'll beat them, man. I'll be shocked if we don't beat them. Very shocked. Even with the low block team, bro. Very shocked. Surely we can beat Leeds, says Andrew. Must have Leeds will low block us. Proven formula, probably. Give us a scenario that can happen that help to turn your worrying first 5 games predictions into potential wins. Yeah, true. Arteta quits. Or nah, no, not dies, bro. Come on, less than that, man. It's not that deep, man. Flipping out. Come on, G. You're better than that as well, man. Flipping out. It's never that deep. It's just football, bro. But yeah. In terms of the results, man. Yeah, I think potentially we'll draw a few. I think we could lose maybe the Liverpool Man City games potentially as well. And yeah, get a few W's at home. I'm expecting to win the home games, bar the Man City game, because again, it's a tough game. The Newcastle game, tough, man. Even without EZE, we just about beat them in pre-season, man. So yeah, very tough. Their midfield again, and I suppose they're going to do that. See them with a low block, with them how good their players are at doing it against us as well, is going to be another kind of test where, for me, this is going to be massive, man. I think again with the big games in terms of obviously Liverpool and Man City, that can go either way any season because they're all both good teams. But this will be an actively team that we've struggled against with Arteta for the last 3 seasons now with the same manager. Obviously, they won't have EZE, but they'll still have a striker and they'll still have the same kind of setup. For me, we need to try and win this game, man, for sure, to show some kind of improvement. Do you know what I mean? And then that goes into, it's actually funny, these 3 games here, we haven't won in like 3 seasons, bro. 2 seasons, 2 years, man. But yeah, Arsenal versus West Ham, which was obviously we lost that game last. Was it yesterday? No, not yesterday. Yeah, last season we lost it, and the season before we lost against them, I think. Yeah, we lost 2-0. Yeah, 2 years in a row, bro. Flipping now. And then obviously Fulham, we drew 1-1 and then lost the season before. So yeah, man. And they've all got the same managers that beat us or got points against us. So yeah. That could be a difficult run, bro. If it's based off how we've obviously performed against these teams in the past, then yeah. Obviously last season we only got 1 point out of 9 through these games. And if you count Crystal Palace, we only drew that as well. So 2 points out of 12, bro. From Crystal Palace at home, West Ham at home, and Newcastle and Fulham away. So yeah, very interesting, man. Well, that's obviously the league table. It's got Bournemouth top at the minute. AFC Bournemouth. And then yeah. But yeah, man, if we lose the first 5 games, we're going to go down. RSL 76. Of course, the first 6 games on TV, they aren't done. They want to televise Arteta's downfall and the meltdown that follows. LOL. The pressure is on, man. The pressure is on, man. I said, long day. I am me. I know it might not be easy to win the league as the competition is growing, but at least I want to see Arteta handing us at least 1 domestic cup with what he's got. Listen, yeah, I think that's not unreasonable to say, bro. But the thing is, I'll go 1 step further. I think he's at a point where he has to kind of get us a domestic or a major trophy, whether it's the Champions League or Premier League, just because of the longevity time he's been there and the amount of money he's got, bro. Like, not a lot of guys are going to get nearly £900 million, 6 years, to have your own kind of team be assembled with obviously you having the majority say in all of the players you've bought, as well as contract renewals as well, and be able to be still in the job without winning any trophy in that period of time when other teams are winning trophies. Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Manchester City, Tottenham have now won a trophy. Crystal Palace have won a trophy. Newcastle have won a trophy. This is all in the period of time where Arsenal are the only team not to win any. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to look at that, because again, whether you like it or not, some of these players are getting older now, bro. Like the Ben Whites, when we got him at 23, he's going to be like 28 this season, bro. Like he's nearly 30 and he ain't won 1 trophy. Same with Saliba. Saliba's going to be what, 24, 25. We bought him at what, 18. He ain't won 1 major trophy for the club. Like, it's crazy when you look at these players, man. Gabriel, 27, 28. We bought him at 22. He ain't won 1 trophy. Like, come on. These guys, we're going to have to start replacing the guys that were supposed to be leading us in these kind of dynasty eras where we got Gabriel for 3-4 years. We're winning trophy after trophy. That's supposed to be the idea, the plan. And it's looking like they're not going to get 1 between any of them. Like, and this is the issue, man. So I feel like you have to put a stop to it or a cut-off point. Otherwise, you'll just be here forever, man. Darren says, Arteta can't win anything. Says Darren, double minimum. Says Andrew, these players need some medals to hit a gear like a... Yeah, facts, bro. Facts, man. I feel like, again, we definitely need to make sure we're in that position where we're kind of winning some trophies, man, for sure. Otherwise, you're looking at the teams and you're thinking, bro, Saka's what, 25, and You ain't won nothing. You ain't won nothing, bro. Obviously that's Declan Rice being nominated for the Ballon d'Or top 30. Scoring 9, assisting 10. Ray's in there as well. Miles Lewis Skelly is nominated too. As well. So yeah, but yeah, man. I listen. That's just my thought process on the whole matter, man. But yeah. What is the one thing that Arsene Wenger's? What's the one thing in Arsene Wenger's? I'm not sure what you mean, bro. Type that question again, bro. What's the one thing in Arsene Wenger's? Oh, you think would help Arteta? Yeah, type the question again. I mean, bro. I want to hear what you're actually saying. Well, yeah. It's only preseason friendly against Villarreal, yet there was still that feeling of excitement, anticipation heading into the stadium. Also, fans are desperate for Gyökeres to succeed. Gyökeres will be in a really good place for start. It's early preseason against Villarreal, but yet there's still excitement. He's hoping they'll start. I think mentality and understanding what he needs to do, he'll be 100% more or more. He'll be 100% ready for the Old Trafford test. There's no way he starts him. No way. I'll be so shocked. The only way he does if Habit, is not 100% fit, man. That's the only way. Nice show latest, man. Big up yourself, Andrew, man. Yeah, I'm gonna obviously wrap up now as well, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel as well, man. Always appreciate you guys in the building, of course, as always, bro. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna obviously shoot off now, man. It's been a very, very good stream. Big up everyone that's contributed as well. Obviously, big up everyone that's gonna watch it on playback too. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe if you've not done it already, people. Yeah, man. I'm just gonna what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to see if I can. He's on. Oh, no one's on here. That's weird. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's not saying that no one's on. So yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, man, I'll be back, man. I'll be back tomorrow, actually, for the watch along for the Arsenal versus Athletic Bilbao game. So make sure you guys put your notification bell on for that. So yeah, it's been a sick stream, and I'll catch you, man, later, man. Don't hate to play at the game. Until next time, people, I'm out. Peace and love.